Google will never serve up a website that hasn't been updated to a user. So if you've got a blog,
Tea with Tobi, 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 tea with Tobi.
Hi, I'm Cameron from Smooth Digital, and welcome to Tea with Tobi, the show where I put your home care and care home marketing questions to our very own strategy director, Tobi Alli-Usman. Welcome back to the show, Tobi.
Always excited to be here.
Perfect. Right, let's jump into it with your question for today, Tobi. I've seen some of the bigger organizations putting blogs on their websites, but I have a smaller franchise. Should I still have a blog, and does it really make a difference?
So I can understand why they would ask that question. They're a smaller franchise. They probably have less resource available to create these blogs.
Yeah.
But the simple answer is yes, you need a blog. And I'll tell you why. The way that users are making their purchasing decisions has drastically changed. Let's take 10 years ago. If someone wanted a service, they would go home and pick up the yellow pages and maybe scroll through a couple of different ads, and after pick up the phone and speak to a business.
Yeah.
And when they're speaking to that business, that's the first time they're actually considering, is this the right business for me? They're asking them questions. And if it's not, they're going to drop the phone and call the next business. Whereas the way it's changed now is people will go online and they might search, questions. And then if a company answers that question through content, they might think, this company knows what they're talking about. They might read 3 or 4 different bits of content before they actually pick up the phone and choose a provider. Yeah. So that's important.
I think also to add to that point, what you're saying is picking up the phone. Blogs are 24 hours, 24/7 available, okay? You can't call up a business out of their office hours or during the weekend most of the times. So it gives you that ability to get into the business, buy into it, out with those hours, and then call when.
Spot on. That was actually going to be the second reason. The reason why they say content's king?
No, tell me, Tobi.
It's because it's scalable.
Yeah.
So you can create digital assets, whether it's a blog, whether it's a video, that doesn't have a lifeline, just like that. And even that company who has limited resource, let's say they picked 10 subjects, which is key to the decision-making process on choosing a care provider, and they invested the time in creating it once. It's on their website. They can push people to that direction. I'll come back to one point as another way traffic can come through, but you've done it once and now it's an asset to you. The third point is the technical part, and was what I was just talking about now. So the reason really why Google's doing better than Bing is because Google serves up the most relevant results to users when they do a search. Now, there are hundreds of thousands of abandoned websites on the internet, but Google will never serve up a website that hasn't been updated to a user. So if you've got a blog and you're consistently updating it, you're telling Google when someone does a search for something, these batch of websites which are not being updated, leave it. But these batch of websites, you're sending signals to Google's spiders, without going technical, that says there's content on this website, there's new updated content on this website, and people tend to land on a website and spend time on it. So that tells Google this website must be relevant.
Yeah.
So now you get traffic from those blogs as well.
And it's important to note that this is free. This is not your ads. This is your organic, free
It's sweat.
ranking.
It's time. It's time. That's all it's going to take.
Okay, perfect. Well, Tobi, that was 3 perfect reasons to start a blog, no matter the size of your care business. So until next week, thank you very much for watching.
See you next week.